Yes, ma'am.
It's the boy F. Dot.
And today we're talking about life lessons, and we're going to put our own little personal experiences in them. But I want to ask y'all first, what's 1, 2, or 3, however many you want to give me, of the most important life lessons that you've learned?
I'll give you 2. My mom said stupid doesn't become of you, and my dad said anything you do, be the best at it.
Okay. Yeah.
Mind your own business and
Mind your own business. Okay.
don't mix friends with money.
That was good advice. I have, I think 3. I just forgot one. One is that life is hard, and I believe it. I just do 2. And the other one is, my dad just tells me this all the time, especially recently. It was a Maya Angelou quote, and it says, when somebody shows you who they are, believe it. Like, don't make excuses for other people's actions and try to justify it for them.
Don't drop the soap.
Okay. So.
I didn't make it. Stay in school.
Okay, 2 balls.
Stay in school.
So we're gonna go through some stuff, and I want y'all to tell me if y'all agree, disagree, if y'all have learned a lesson, how so. The first thing, kind of a happy one. It says a smile is one of the few contagious things that you should spread. So spread it to everyone.
I heard that, but it wasn't from anybody significant. It's like probably like I seen it on a poster or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's cool unless you don't have good teeth or something. You know, if you got a pretty grill. Shout out to people that have had great dental hygiene over the years. You know, smiles are nice, but if you jacked up, I mean, they are contagious.
It'll
but
ruin your day if somebody with bad teeth smiles.
Some smiles turn to other people's frowns. Because some people, this thing is smile in moderation.
If you have bad teeth, or everybody.
Everybody. Because even if a person might love you, and if you got bad teeth or something, that's still to understand. You can have no teeth and smile. Babies do it all the time. But in moderation, because some people that smile all the time, other people don't like, because they always think, man, they always happy all the time. So smile in moderation is contagious.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody being happy all the time. I'll admit that it does get annoying when you're not happy all the time, but I feel like if I'm annoyed because you're happy all the time, that's my problem, not yours.
That is your problem, but that don't stop people from getting upset at other people for being, oh, that person got more money than me. I'm mad because I ain't got that much money. Like, that's your personal problem, but you still mad at them because they got more money than you. You know, it's the same thing. Like, yeah, you should worry about your own situations and circumstances and try to see where that person came from, but we not. Somebody that's happy all the time or that's smiling all the time, maybe they're smiling to hide something. Usually people that are not so positive, usually saying, well, they got something to hide, they always smiling, you know, that kind of thing. But I think it's beneficial for you to be able to smile majority of the day because you never know who may be impacted by it. So,
Jamel?
Never heard that said before. But I see somebody say it, I usually try to make them smile.
How?
Say
I didn't mean to say it like I was questioning your intentions.
Say a joke.
that's how you make them smile.
Say a joke. Try to make them laugh or something.
Alright, so what about
You snapping on Reggie? No, I'm joking.
never be too proud to ask for help?
Oh, I heard that plenty of times, but I didn't listen to it
Why?
because my father told me, do it yourself first. And I never really, and then later on in years or whatever, my dad and mom would just be like, yeah, you know, make sure that, you know, don't be too proud to. And it was never like I didn't want to ask anybody, but I think it hurts me more to ask somebody because I fear that they'll say no.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather do it myself or fail at it and not be able to do it than to call on you and you say no. So, you know, that's a good skill for us to have is humility and not be too boastful and too proud. But if I can do it myself, I'll do it.
I had to learn that lesson the hard way.
How? What's the story?
Oh, me and math. Like I always used to breeze through every other subject except math. So I never used to ask the teacher for help. I asked anybody for help. I'm like, okay, I'll figure it out myself. But I never would figure it out.
Mhm.
So then after like a couple bad grades, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna pride and
Yeah.
ask teaching and ask people.
Actually, that's how I learned it too. It was math. I didn't even realize until you said it. And it was like, oh yeah, cause like, I mean, school it wasn't difficult. Math was one of my good subjects until I got to trig, and it was all down the drain. And I was like, okay, I'll just figure it out. It's fine. I don't want to ask for help until I'm sure I absolutely have to. Generally speaking, that might not be the case now. But
some people ask for help too much.
some people ask for help because they just don't want to do
Moderation, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Another lesson: moderation is the key to life.
I started asking help on every single question on my homework.
But see, it's different if you really just don't know versus I just don't want to do it.
No,
Now, I know for me, I legit just did not know.
Some people start off with that and with the motto, yeah, I'm just gonna ask for help when I need it, and then they get comfortable because that person always like, okay, well, if you need anything, let me know, and then they sideline take advantage of it. I've seen it many times where with my own friends and people in my life, I'll say, you know what I'm saying, yeah, anytime you need something, let me know, and then they start off grateful, thank you, and then after a while, it's like, you don't say thank you no more. You just expecting it just to be like, oh, like they say willy nilly and stuff. But you know, don't be selective in what you ask. Cause I mean, even like with Jamel, he got a car or not. I don't have a car, and I hate asking him to drive me places. Cause I just be like, dang, you know, that's his car. Like, you know, he might want to do something with his car. You know, he might not be doing that at the house. But my thinking is, you don't have to always ask that man for ride.
And that's another thing. So, like before I had a car, actually I just hate having to ask for stuff anyway. But before I had a car, I really used to hate having to ask to, you know, can you just take me to Walmart or something like that. It's really, I don't know. I can't really explain the feeling, but it's just like you just don't want to ask. You want to be able to do it yourself.
Right.
But when you don't have the means to, it's like that's when you can't be too proud.
I mean, I just think like sometimes it's like cause I'll go to the grocery store, or I'll go to the barber shop, or I'll just walk somewhere by myself, and then I'll come back home or something. My roommate or like a friend of mine was like, well, you should have just told me. I would have drove. And just kind of like, but you had your own stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have been taking a nap. You may have been hanging out with your significant other. You may have been just chilling, trying to rest. You might have classes or work or whatever. Why bother you when I can do it myself? You know, it's not going to inconvenience me to walk. I'm actually helping myself because I'm getting exercise. And it's helping me clear my thoughts or whatever. So, I don't know. That's just me.
What about we regret more about the things we didn't do than the things that we did do?
Yeah.
What's the question?
We regret more about the things we didn't do than the things we did do.
That's true. I had to learn that one the hard way too.
How'd you learn it?
Man.
It's a story time.
All right, back in the day,
Ooh, back in the day.
it was like this real popular girl. Like she had like me, but I used to play it off like, like some other day, maybe I talk to her. So ran out of them options. Come up seeing yeah, she going, I'm going. So took that chance.
Right.
I mean, I try to calculate, and maybe that's not a good thing either. I try to calculate my choices so that I feel like I made the best decision no matter what. Sometimes I look back and I'm just like, kind of like, man, like, oh man, I could have talked to that girl, or I could have been here, but it's just like, I feel like the choices that I make gives me better options than the ones I would have made had I decided to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I picked this choice for a reason. There's got to be more benefits to it than what I didn't choose. So I kind of just like, shrugging, like, whatever, maybe I just be able to make better decisions, do better stuff with this decision than the ones I made,
I mean, I know for me, you can't go back and change anything. You can't go back and change the decision. You can't go do what you didn't do or not do what you did. I mean, so you you either learn from it, or I know for me, I really do sit and think about every possible outcome to every possible decision. So if I feel like I have every avenue figured out, I will pick what I think I should pick. But otherwise,
What's the story?
it's just not gonna happen. There was no story because I haven't like regretted a decision like wholeheartedly. It's just that I just know for a fact you can't go back and change anything, so it just is what it is. You just work with what you got. But on that note, we're gonna take a quick break. Stay tuned to the Love Below.
I think Chuck tried to call in.
Chuck,
Yeah.
like our old Chuck.
Yeah. But he said the phone just ring your bell. You got that doubts on that?
I forgot about everything I did. I forgot this. I forgot that it was Chuck.
So y'all got headphones?
My bad, Chuck. Keep calling and see what's going on. Just keep calling.
Oh, you should get that together. You should learn.
Other than that, you know what I'm saying? My goal is, man, I feel glad, that's great, but I get way back. But, I ended up having time, you know, with hard in the school, got it all together.
So you made it work.
They go up with some, I'm on high school.
Woo-hoo. That's all you can do.
But, I feel like
Thank you.
I do a big, man.
Thank you for calling.
Well,
On that note, we're going back to our list. Thank Chuck Boogie. He used to be part of the Level Up family.
Still is part of the fam. You know, he busy
Just doing his own
doing his
thing.
thing, working and going to school.
This one, I completely agree with, wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly. Not half of your heart, not a
Wholeheartedly.
quarter, not
No,
a dime of your heart.
wholeheartedly. The older I get, the less I care about what others think of me. Therefore, the older I get, the more I enjoy life.
I don't know about that, because when I was young, I didn't really care. But I ain't going to tell that lie, because when people used to talk about me real bad, that's what really started me to joking with people and talking about other people. But I mean, I still care very much of what people think about me, because I feel like people's perceptions of you are very important in certain fields. Yeah, the day-to-day grind, people become less important because they're not really relevant to, I guess, what you're trying to do. But I think I'm very much more cognizant of how people think about me, what my friends are thinking about me, certain people that's in my life, like what image and what perception they have of me, because I feel like, you know, people judge you whether they try to or not. So I try to be genuine, but still obtain those good, you know, good feelings and good perceptions from other people.
I think mine was more in reverse. When I was younger, I used to not care what other people thought, but now I do.
I know for me, like in high school, it kind of matters what people see you, what people think of you, da da da. But now it's like, I did it a lot. But now it's like, I mean, I'm more comfortable with myself, you know, good, bad, and everything in between. I love me and that's that. And I always feel like you are either going to be for me or against me. It's no in between. It's just you right or you left. And so I know that, like, if you could say, y'all can have y'all opinions about me. Well, okay, let me not use y'all because I actually care about y'all. But the people who are important to me.
Wait, stop the presses.
That's
Stop
never
the
gonna happen
presses.
again.
She just said she cares about us, y'all. Do y'all know how important that is to us? We never heard that before. We can't even get a look out of her, man. She be like, you know. So I ain't mean to interrupt, but she just said she cares about us, y'all.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
so the people that are important to me, their opinions of me matter to a certain extent. Like, I'm more likely to fight for my beliefs of me against you versus the people who don't know me and who are going to have their opinions anyway. Like, at that point, you can think what you think.
Right.
But, I mean, I know it's true. And I'm not going to say it doesn't bother me and I feel like you have the wrong opinion of me. But I feel like it bothers me much less than it did back in the day.
I got 2 points. I feel like when I was in high school, I really didn't care what people had thought about me or what they said about me. I guess because I used to notice that it was all favorable toward me. It wasn't negative. Most of my, grade school, elementary, middle school, that was more of a negative time for me because I actually had negative experiences going around in my environment. And so other people's perception of me was mainly because I had a negative perception of myself. And because we only see ourselves, we think everybody else sees us too, like the way we see ourselves. And so once I got older and got up in the mentality, well, I got to live my life. I be who I am. And whatever happened to me and what happened around me and my conditions, that doesn't mean I'm a product of it.
Right.
Yeah, I came from it, but that doesn't mean that I'm supposed to maintain or behave or have that demeanor to where it's like that. But once I got to college, like I said, and it's really started senior year because it's like more career-oriented now. It's like, yeah, you go to college because you're trying to get a job. And it's kind of like, oh, but people's perception of you is real important. How you dress, how you walk. It's even like, now, I used to care about getting a haircut, but now it's just kind of like, shh. If I don't get a haircut, man, I'm finna get dogged out by people. They might not say nothing, but you know it's there.
I mean, see, when it comes to employers, that's when it matters. But the little passerbyers, that doesn't matter. And I just learned I didn't actually get very, very, very comfortable with self until